Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Scroft here, and we're back on the contracting series on Court Farms and our farm build as well. So, bit of an update. We are now in November. In the last episode, we were setting out the target. I think it's been a few weeks since my last episode on Court Farms, so I'm really glad to be back on this series because it's getting to a good part now where we're finally going to finish off, or, well, hopefully going to get to the point where we finish off that field boundary that we've been trying to create for the next harvest. So yeah, we're going to sell some eggs in this episode. We're going to get the money in that we need to buy that field. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll have that done, and then we can work on getting it all sorted and planted before the end of November. So we've got like November day 1, which is now 2 and 3 will be the last period of time where we can get the wheat in over winter. So a little bit of an update first. I actually nearly forgot about saying this in the last episode, but it has been a few weeks, so I'm glad I remembered now. But update on this road. Now, when I put it in through GE, it was already set within my save game, so I didn't want to start a new save game, so I've carried on, obviously, with the new road that I put in GE. And by doing it that way without starting a new save game, it can cause problems. So if I take out a contract, or if I don't own the fields, and then something happens, maybe it's like simulated that the field's been harvested or planted with another type of crop. So these fields here, field 50, 49, I think it's 41 over there, and just one further on from that. Yeah, it can mess up, and you can have just like crop growing through this road. So the best way for me to sort that out was to basically buy it. So I've done that now. I've purchased it and made sure that nothing's going to happen to it. But I've removed, basically we're not going to farm it just because of the fact that it is technically land that we haven't officially bought, but I just needed to purchase it. I just needed to purchase it really just so we didn't have that problem. The reason that I was struggling at first with this idea to just purchase it, because then it'd sort out that problem, is because of Precision Farming Score. I didn't want it to affect, but as you can see now, if I zoom in, it actually isn't, any of these fields are not actually in my Precision Farming total overall score. The reason for that is I just painted over all the fields with ground textures. So repainted everything down again, and it's, worked a treat. So now we shouldn't have to even worry about this. None of it's going to obviously cause us a problem. No way it's going to change that road for us, so at least that's sorted out. I also spread some lime on all the fields that needed it for the grass work especially, and I also did the fertilizer. So while I was kind of skipping through some of the month, I just wanted to make sure my pH levels were good. So this big grass field, this one over here, the small section down the bottom of that, and nitrogen as well, sorted out. So it's actually just that area there that's anything to do with us actually mowing grass. This whole section here was a field, but we've obviously put buildings down. And then we've got the L-shaped field that we're doing hay right by the sheep and the lambs now. And then we've got the big grass field as well. So pretty good. But let's have a look at our first task, which is obviously getting stock of everything, how much money we're going to potentially make. So if we look at eggs at the moment are outstanding. It says the best time to sell is November. That's what we're in. And we're going to get 70,000, which is actually more than the max price, because we're actually getting 2576 at, let's have a look at this, no, that's the wrong one, that's in pallets. View all sell points, that's what we want. 2576 at the garden centre. So yeah, we need to go to the garden centre or the farmer's market. Anyone will do. They're all pretty good money there. I was actually looking at this as well, because my grass silage turned to whole crop silage as it's fermented. Now I know why that is. It's because I've put in the mod for twine and net wrap add-ons, and by doing that, for some reason, it's like just changing it all now. It's kind of messing up with Mace Plus a little, and instead of me having like grass silage, even though it's from grass, it's turned into whole crop. But it's not a problem because it's still good. We can still use it for feed. It's not going to impact us there, and I think it's actually worth a little bit more, just a tiny amount more than grass silage. It's pretty much the same, but a little bit more. And to be honest, we could even sell this right now. We don't have to wait until January, really, because we're in November, and the price actually is not that bad. It's 335 instead of 341. So we're going to lose, what, £2,500 by doing it, but it's not too much of a problem, really. We'll see how it goes, because we're going to do a contract. We're going to sell the eggs, and then, yeah, we should get enough, hopefully. 70,000 with the 18 we've already got is going to leave us shy, but if we do the contract that I've got set up, fingers crossed that should work. So yeah, pretty much they're the only updates to give you. We've sorted out the road, done some lime and fert, and we need to start selling stuff. But first, before all that, I've got over here all our workers out in the contract field, which is going to be field 64. And if we have a quick look at the contract, give you an idea what we're trying to tackle here. You can see that it's a grass silage contract. I'm hoping they don't turn out a whole crop. If they do, then that's the only way that the twine and net wrap out is going to cause us problems. But there's only one way to find out. We're going to take a risk. We can always fix it by just spawning in, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm hoping it doesn't. But yeah, we've got a grass silage contract to do. So all the course plays have been set up. All we need to do is just tell it to go. I might actually need to change. Yeah, I might actually need to change this mower. It always reverts back to not doing, what's the words I'm looking for here? Conditioned, that's it, condition. No conditioner. Which it is doing, there you go, straight away. It doesn't even show up the grass at the moment, it'll just drop down in a second. I honestly haven't got a clue why that just doesn't save. I'm sure they did an update where it's supposed to save. But we'll turn the conditioner on. Turn the conditioner on, start it again, and now we should start seeing. There you go, you can see the grass going through now. Much better, much better. I'm not going all the way out there, are we, to the edge, but hopefully it should be alright. So we'll let that carry on for a bit before we send the row doing its thing. But we're going to go and get, probably, I don't know, I'm trying to think which tractor to use now. We've actually only got one here, which is the one I was using for lime. So that actual muck spreader that I could put lime in really did come in handy. Yeah. I'm thinking that should be alright. I mean, we don't need too much to go and take these eggs. Probably use... Yeah, we'll just probably use the Red Rock trailer with the Ford. And then we'll get the... Yeah, we'll get the pallet fork onto that, which is just there. So, yeah, let's get this set up. Excited to actually get this series back going. I think it was, yeah, 2 weeks is a bit too long, I'll be honest, but just busy, super busy. And yeah, I've been wanting to play it for quite some time now. So I'm looking forward to, yeah, just looking forward to getting that big field. I want to see what it's like to harvest in it. It's exciting for that reason, really. I'm just trying to think the best way to do this. Should be alright there. Pellet fork, and let's get these picked up. There's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. So we've got 27,526 units, I think they're classified, or pieces of eggs. And I was just looking down this field patch here, these couple of fields, before we actually see ours just in the distance. I'm trying to gauge how it's going to look when we combine them all together. It's going to be epic. Definitely going to do it. I mean, technically, we could even go to this patch here, but I'm not too fussed about that. I don't mind just getting all the way to the top and the bottom. This one kind of doesn't meet up anyway. There's a store there, or a sell point facility that's breaking up most of that field anyway. So it's not too important, but let's get this sold, man. Ooh, God. Didn't like that corner, did it? It was like a colliding or something. Right, so, moment of truth. Here we go. Money should fly up. It's doing a good job so far. We need about 115,000, something like that. I'm liking this. This is getting us close to where we need to be. Yes. I will take that all day long. 71,000 pretty much, and then an 8.5 grand environmental score award because we're at 9,000. Because we're at 90, sorry, 9,000. I wish we were at 9,000 environmental score. That would help quite a bit. So that's that. Job done. 97,000. We're definitely going to buy this field. Right, so what I'm going to do quickly, just send this back, let it figure it out. Let's see how this guy's getting on. I think he's doing a cracking job. We may as well send the row out now. Start off. I have actually set up all these courses. You have seen me do that quite a few times, so I thought, why not just get this started off and get going. And we don't need to focus on it. I have left a bit of a gap there, though, aren't I, with the moment? I say I've set it up, but you can see that I've messed up already. Something to do with the pass. I think I've set the width too high. I mean, we could try and bring it down, but I don't think it'll do anything. Yeah, it shouldn't do anyway, just because of the fact that I've got a course set up for it. So yeah, probably won't do that. But it doesn't matter. We still should make enough and complete the contract. Just trying to think yep, he's alright. So we'll let that carry on for a bit before we set the baler going. But there's something I want to do. Now, I'm excited for this. I'm super excited for this. And I hope everyone that's watching the videos is also excited for this, because I found a tractor. Yes, a large tractor in the second-hand market. Last time I looked anyway, so I hope it has not gone. But yeah, let's have a look at this tractor and see if it's the one. I think as well, it's the perfect tractor that's come in, because it pretty much ticks the box that I've been saying. It's right where we need it. It's expensive. It is expensive. But I said I wasn't going to miss a chance again, and I actually really like this tractor. So we're in the used market section. Where is she? Come on. In fact, what I might do is just scroll right to the end just to see if any new ones have come in, because you never know. There might be a better option, but no. That's not it, but that is a nice tractor. 210. So got a nice tedder there. Not that one. It's this one. The Massey Ferguson 8S. And I actually think I might have missed this because of where it's actually situated within the store. It usually kind of works from all the newest items to the far right of this kind of setup. And then the left-hand side is the oldest that are about to disappear. But look at this. And if we move it over to the 325, which is where we want, I want to 350. I'm just going to pay the 50,000. It's still 182,000. It's quite a dear one. We're going to have to get a loan for it. And we probably also want, let's just try and figure this out now. Standard tyres, we'll get weighted on the back. Yeah, we'll get wide weighted tyres. It's going to be a beefy tractor, but there's no point in skimping out. That's not going to cost us any more money. Don't need warning signs, don't need a front loader, but let's get us colour sorted out now. I do like the look of the black one, but I am actually just going to go with the standard Massey colour. I'm super excited for this. Like, I'm fully nerding out at the moment because I love this Massey. I actually use it in the farmhand. It was the one that's been purchased by Jerry, and I actually did some work for him. So, yeah, super excited for this. Do you like the look of that? Do you like the look of that glossy grey? Not so much the beige, but I think I might just keep it standard. I think that's spot on. So we need 190,000 here for this loan, and we've also got another loan. So this is we need to start paying off these loans. We really do, but we're going to bring in a lot of money. We're definitely going to bring in a lot of money. So let's take another loan out. We want it to be 100. Let's just round it off to 190. And I'm going to, again, make the amount of years are high because I want to pay it off before. I know the interest is crazy on it, you know, because we're doing it over 10 years. But I'm mainly focused about monthly repayments. I don't want them to be too high and cripple us. I'd rather have a longer loan and then just keep making special payments to it. Or I think it's called special redemption. So, yeah, let's take that loan, 190,000. That's the second loan. And, yeah, I mean, it's still... We took this one out over even longer period. Look at the interest rate on that. It's gone up. So we're getting that loan at a little bit better interest rate there. I don't know if that's because we borrowed more. It might be. But yeah, at least we've got it now. We've got the money in. But what I just want to point out is this at the bottom here. It shows you what our actual potential value of all the products we've got. And we've got over 500,000 here of products. Now, I know this is some of it's wheat and we're keeping that. And we've got canola that we're going to sell eventually in December. We've got some corn that we can also sell in January. But we've got wool. Milk just sells as and when it needs to. But this as well adds up to that 500,000, 150 grand for that kind of silage that we've made. So that's going to be great. Best time of year to sell as well. Hay we're not selling. The straw we're not selling. So you can take off 30 grand there. All these little ones like the diesel as well. But we've got another 50 grand in fabric that's eventually going to get sold in May. So if you do add it all up without these little ones like the herbicide, probably the grass silages here as well, because we'll keep that. And that iron ore was just spawned in as a weight, so that's not to sell. But this, look, as well, we got the dry wheat that's going to be 130,000 in January, which is crazy because right now it's only at 767 and we're so close to January, so it must just shoot up. And I have put the sell point down for that as well. So yeah, it's nice to know that I've actually got a good amount of money. I'd say there we're just going to cover it at 450. We've got £450,000 worth of solid goods to sell, and I think we should aim at, you know, getting the first loan repaid. But let's get this because I'm super excited for this one. I've been after a tractor, a large tractor, for a long time now. It feels like, and just nothing was there for us. So let's get this sorted out. Keep what we set up with. Don't want that. We do want a bit of tyre sound because it does sound good, but just stick it at the normal. Ooh, 100. There we go. Don't need a front loader. Standard colours on everything like that. Spot on. And what can we do? What can we do for the number plate? We'll go with a GB. I think we'll just put A, R, F, and T, and that's pretty close. It does the job. I mean, there's the R and the O, the back to front, but do the job. It'll do the job. I like it. Let's do it. 185,000. And there we go. We've got it. 101,000 as well. So we only need probably... Let's just actually confirm what we need for that, or else it's... Ooh, wrong menu. Let's go over here. Far over to this field. And we need 112,000. So we're very close to that. Definitely by doing that contract, we'll get there. But now... The beauty of it is we've got ourselves 320 odd horsepower tractor, I think it was, just about that. And yeah, it's going to be our main flagship tractor now, this is. And we can do all our field work, especially now that we've got this bigger field. It goes 32 miles an hour, which is good. And when we've got the big trailer on that we can now haul that Richard Weston we've got, and we're doing, you know, a bigger harvest and everything, it's going to be much easier to do. And from where we started off, to get a tractor like this, and I know we've got it on a loan, but we can afford it and we can pay it off, and we're doing well, and we've got some big grass fields now, and we've got a lot of buildings placed down, and also, you know, we've got a massive arable field that's in the works, and I was already happy with the harvest we did. I think it was a decent size harvest, but the next one's going to be, it's going to make the one we've just done look like a shadow. Right, let's see how the contract is getting on. I'll set this to go back to the farm. I don't think... I mean, we could technically go and try and do a bit of work on... Yeah, we could try and do a bit of work on... That was typical. That is definitely typical. Yeah, what I was saying is we could go and try and do a bit of work on the arable fields, because we do need to do a bit of kind of like ploughing or just creating in between the field boundaries that we've purchased, just making it one big field. Yeah, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'll set this going now that I've sorted that out. I'll go and get our second-hand brand new tractor, and we'll go and pick up these bales that are dropping off with that. There's the bale collectors at the farm, so we'll get that sorted out. But yeah, let's set this going. First waypoint should all be set up with the right bale size. I haven't changed anything. Looks that way. I mean, yep, spot on to me. And let's see what's where's the other tractor that we sent back? There it is. Because I knew that'd be stuck, and that will actually cost us money. Right, there we go. I actually think this is going to be a lot easier as well with this tractor. I feel super fancy right now. I'm gonna lie. This is, you know, a nippy thing, not struggling at all. But yeah, collecting the bales, sometimes when you're going around collecting the bales, it's been a bit tricky. With the JCB, it has. So this should make it better. But let's send it up to field 64, because that's where the contract is. There we go. And let's jump over to the JCB. We may as well actually set this to go back. Is that baler all right? I wonder what stopped that baler. Oh, it's going now. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he was just being maybe the worker was just being really patient for the other worker around the field that's rowing up. Who knows? We can set this back to the farm, but then I'm also thinking it might catch something out. It might actually collide or meet at least the new tractor. Now, how cool is that? That's auto drive for you when it's at its best. It's obviously detected that someone else is using the route, which it does do that in auto drive, and it's detected that if it doesn't stop here, it's going to meet. So this should allow, it feels like 64's down that way. It should allow the worker that we've just sent back, should be somewhere along this route. Oh, no, he's coming up, straight up. So it stopped actually at this point. And yeah, that actually might have been a better route to take to field 64, in fact. And then if he did come up there, could have just gone left anyway. But it doesn't look like it's set up that way. But yeah, he's flying down here at the moment. So let's just hope they don't collide. Now that I'm kind of bigging up auto drive and showing it off, you just know it's going to happen. There isn't that much room there. They're probably going to have a problem. Let's see what happens. That's it. You try and get over as far as you can there. Ooh, no. There you go. Look at that. Do you know what? That was perfect. Superman, auto drive and courseplay together. I don't know why they've gone that way though. Surely it would have been better just to go up that route. Maybe it's been set up like that. Right, so let's just have a quick look at how we're getting on in this field. Yeah, we're doing well. We've nearly finished off. It is only a small field, but we need it in before we can even go and do the work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that cultivator over there. We can use that instead of the plough to create a new field boundary because I've got that mod on, which is cool. So we'll go and take this up and we'll start doing some work on it. We may as well try and be as productive as we can. So lift that up and fold it. There we go, and let's get this set up to go to our big field. We also need to record a new field boundary for that when we have combined it, and then obviously do some prep work. We maximise again, so we're going to mulch it, get in all the equipment we need to do if we have to lease stuff out, and then direct seed in some wheat. Don't need to worry about lime, I don't think. I think it should be alright. In fact, there might be some fields that, yeah, might have an issue with that. So we'll have to just check that out. I think, in fact, there'll definitely be a couple of fields, won't there, that need liming. So we'll probably do a bit of lime on it all if that's the case, just to try and get it all together. It's better to do that than some in 3 harvest time needing lime, but the others not. May as well make it all kind of uniform together, matching. And then fertilise we can figure out at a later date. But as long as we do the direct seeding and get a spot sprayer as well on lease, we should be good.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Right, so welcome back. The problem that I predicted did happen, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. I might have to remove the net wrap and twine add-on mod, but I think if I do that, the bales that I've currently got will disappear, so I might have to time it right where I've sold all them whole crop silage bales first. But we're definitely going to have to remove it because it is causing a problem for these contracts. So it's good to know, though, and we'll definitely get that sorted out. Now, I've removed 40,000, which is what I just got for them whole crop silage bales. And I'm spawning in 10 because I know I got 10 of the big size bales. So we've got 3 here. So let's keep spawning in because it's the only way I can think to sort this out. Now that should be 10 bales. So now if we deliver them, there we go, that's 25%, up to 50. I'm sure it had 10 bales, I hope it did. Anyway, I've got 10 bales now. It's the most I can remember. This is what I remember, so I might have got it wrong, but I think I had 2. I should have 2 left. 2 extras. Right, so that contract's now complete. So this should be what we get for money on top, which is hopefully going to be pretty good. So we're at 110,000, 111,000. And by the time we complete the contract, yeah, this should be done. So, what a faff. But yeah, let's do this. Collect 11,000. There we go. Spot on. And 122,000 is exactly what we need. So let's go and finish off what we're doing. I did actually start in that second time lapse sorting out some of the field boundary. There is a bit of work to do on that. Do need to mulch it as well before it's probably going to look any good. But I think I might actually do a bit of a jump cut now because I want to see the new size field when we've purchased it. So I'll just drive this back to the farm, drop it off. This bin here, by the way, is an absolute nightmare. It stopped me from driving in, which is strange because I can obviously easily get out, but that bin, yeah, a bit of a problem. So I might actually remove that in G, or just go into G and just put it back into the garden of the house that it belongs to. Just so it's not there causing me bloody problems. Right, let's take our second-hand brand new tractor, park it away in here. Not going to need this now. I'm quite happy with the Ford out in the field. And let's actually get to the Ford. We can bring that tractor back soon. But yeah, let's get this field. So if we just jump up, try and get a nice aerial shot of this. That's the next field that we're going to buy, 116, which will leave us with a pretty decent sized field. But I need to know. I need to know what actual size it is. Because last harvest we got, technically, I know we did a few more just by what we got after. But I'm just trying to look at the size of this field. I don't think I can do it in this menu. I think I have to go to the courseplay one. So it's 9 acres. That's what we did with wheat. And I know we did these after we got them, when we purchased them, but it wasn't what we planted in. It was just like after we bought the fields. But I want to know, before I end this episode, what our new field boundary is when we buy field 116. So let's buy field 116, so plot 19. And there we go. It's done. Now is our new field boundary. So I'm going to just do a bit of a jump cut now. I'm going to get everything in between here cultivated in, and then I'm going to drive around the edge of the field to figure out our new field boundary, just to see how much we've improved from that 9 acres. Right, so there we go. That's the new field boundary. We can get rid of this one here, which is 9.1 acres. We can delete this custom field now. And now, with this one, look at that, 23.14 acres. I'm pretty certain, actually, that that's the biggest size field now. Because 46 was the biggest before. Yeah, and that's 16. That's 11. We've also got this big one over here, number 6. 16 as well. So, yeah, we are miles ahead. This is now the biggest field on Court Farms. It's 23 acres. This is going to be interesting. Precision farming, all this stuff needs to be sorted out. I'll make sure to do that. Oh, God, I'm super excited for this now. 23 acres of wheat we're going to plant in here. That's awesome. Last thing we want to do is we want to rename this, and we're going to call it, there you go, Scroft Big Crop. That'll do. 23.14 acres. The biggest field on Court Farms. So like I said, I've combined all of it now. All we need to do now with this field is start sorting it out. That means mulching it first, then we'll put some pH down, and we'll then just direct seed in. I think that's pretty much all we'll need to do. Do a bit of rolling after. So plenty of work to do before we end November. And we'll make sure to do that in the next episode. Get it all planted in, rolled and everything for the next episode. So we can get some winter wheat in. And then after that, we'll be probably progressing to maybe the end of December, start of January, to get all that stuff sold and see if we can pay back enough money for that first loan. I mean, the silage alone, and then obviously the dried wheat that we've been doing, should be, because let's have a look at the loan, the first one. That's 240,000. And if we have a look at, let's have a look. Well, we got 30. We can sell the canola, so that's 30 grand. We've also got this in January as well, so that's 188,000. 188,000 straight away. Pretty good. And then if we look at our dried wheat, yeah, we're well over it. We're well over it. It's going to be insane. We'll definitely pay off that loan. So that'll be great news, because then all we'll have is the loan for this. And I don't mind that, because this is a beast tractor. But what an episode. We finally got the field that we've been setting out to get for quite some time. It's now the biggest field on Court Farm. So this wheat harvest is going to be incredible for us, because by the time we've harvested all that wheat and then just kept enough again, which is probably about 20,000 litres for the chickens, we're then going to dry it all again and make double the amount of money from it. So I think we've now just passed the point where from now on we're going to be starting making big money, and we can get some of the best kit in the game. and yeah, even improve on the farm and everything like that. So start throwing out some of them productions, because the aim is, the final aim on Court Farms before I even think about finishing this series is, I want 124, 123, 122, 113, 112, and even 111. And I think maybe there we could cut it off. I mean, it depends what kind of buildings are down here. I don't want to remove buildings, just hedges and fences. But we could even go down to field 43 and do that whole field as a harvest. That is a challenge and a half. But I think we should definitely aim for that before we even think about ending this series. But can you imagine the amount of money we're going to make from that when we dry all the wheat that comes off it? It's going to be incredible. So yeah, next episode we'll get it all planted in, get it all sorted. Probably the episode after that we'll move into the January time, sell everything that we've produced and pay off that first loan. And that should set us nicely then going into the next year, which will be year 4. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching it. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I've properly enjoyed this episode. It's been fun. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.